My story, my journey to an entrepreneurial journey begins as a sophomore in high school. I was actually taking a class on entrepreneurial, being, can't even pronounce the word properly. So I was taking this class and I was fascinated by the class because I saw the possibility of impacting the world by creating opportunity if I only created my own business. However, at that moment, I didn't know what that was going to look like or what that was going to entail. All I knew is that I had a love for, and I still do, I still love numbers. I had a love for accounting and for psychology. However, I decided early on to follow the path of least resistance and did what everybody else does. I went to school, got my education, and then I got a job in corporate America. So for 15 years, I actually worked as a training director for a restaurant franchise, and I actually managed 18 restaurants. And what I did, I wasn't the store manager, I trained managers to become successful. I showed them how to interpret, how to project a profit and loss statement, how to make their restaurants more profitable, at the same time to be able to motivate their teams so that they could help them be more profitable. And after 15 years of working there, I was let go of the company. So it was devastating at first, but the seed that I had planted when I was in high school started to come back, and that little voice in my head started talking to me. So as I'm contemplating what I'm going to do, an opportunity showed up to me, or it was presented to me, to go into business. And that was in multi-level marketing. However, I wasn't prepared to recognize that opportunity, and I let it go. Yet that seed was still planted in me. I went back to corporate America, do what felt safe for me. And I did that. And I worked at another company for about 13, 14 years, and I was very happy there. Unfortunately, the environment started to become toxic. And when I say toxic, it started making me sick. I literally started gaining weight. I started to go into depression, and that depression actually led to seclusion, where I was avoiding going out, meeting with friends, and so forth. However, I was so fortunate and lucky to have those friends to see what I was going through. Yet I was in denial of me being in a state of depression, or me being in a state of I was tumbling down out of control. Luckily, those friends were strong enough to come and call me on my BS and say, you need help. This isn't the Ana that we used to know. And I finally listened to them, and I went and got the help that I needed so that I could be the confident woman that I had always been. Yet that seed that I had planted many years ago was still there, sprouting roots. And all along this time, I had a friend, and it's still a good friend of mine, reach out to me several times and say, Ana, I would love for you to join me in my business. I really would love for you to come on board with me. So finally, when I started to see the light, and that little seed was already sprouting, coming out of the soil, I said, yes, I will be your business partner. I knew that maybe it might not be the right business for me, but I was ready. I had a different view of life. I had a different opportunity. I had a different belief in me. So I went full out, and I supported the business, and I was working and learning to make it grow. And that's when I came across networking. And because of that networking, it gave me more confidence, and it also allowed me to meet many wonderful people. And so as this seed that I had planted many years ago is now sprouting, I started to blossom into the person that I am today. And that led into having a stronger belief level in myself. And that's when my company, Yo Soy Amazing, was born. So I decided at that moment to go back to my original roots, which was to be able to make an impact in this world and to create opportunity. And that's how Yo Soy Amazing was born. So my whole philosophy, the platform that I'm standing in, is to be able to impact the world one person at a time. So if I could empower a human being to believe in themselves, to have the confidence, to have the courage to become the best version of themselves. And if I get to do that, help one person transform themselves into believing that they could impact this world, then I've done my job, because I know that person's going to turn around and it's going to plant those same seeds in someone else. So what do I get to do at Yo Soy Amazing? I get to coach people one-on-one so that they get rid of the things that are holding them back, to find those beliefs that they have within themselves, to find the clarity that has been hidden through some of the darkness that they might be going through, and help them get on their way to be the best versions of themselves. So I get to do that through Yo Soy Amazing. And that just brings so much joy to my heart, how I get to help many people. And then I also get to help people through Teamwork Network and helping them build their businesses. So I'm super excited about the journey.